Right, so there's the wee questions that you've just been given. Right, so we'll just quickly go over this. Right, so we're going to find out what x is equal to. Right, so again, this is one that you've probably done a couple of times. Right, so with this, we just eventually want an x on one side of the equal sign and a number on the other side, but we have to move about different parts of the equation to allow us to do that. Okay, so what you want to look at, you can either start with numbers or start with the letters, right? So we'll start with the numbers. So we look at -2 and 25, okay? So we look at the side, notice it's got the most numbers, and then think about trying to get rid of the numbers on the other side. So -2, and that's 25, so we'll leave the 25 alone, and we'll try and get rid of this -2. So to get rid of that, just add 2 to this side. Whatever you do to one side, you do to another. And that then gives you 9x equal 6x plus 27. Now, we've still got x's on either side of that equal sign, so again you look to see what side has got the most. So that's 9x, so we'll try and get rid of the 6x's, so just take 6x away. Okay, so that will end up with 3x equals, well, 6x minus 6x is nothing, equals 27. And so it's 3 times something equals 27, divide that by the 3, divide that by 3, remember it's calculator, but hopefully we'll just do it. Double check with the calculator, right? So that is equal to 9. So obviously use your calculator, just double check, it's easy to make a wee mistake when you're stressed out doing a wee test, right? It is indeed 9, right? So we'll just do the exact same with this one. So if I then pop down, so that's 6x plus 4 equals 4x plus 8. We'll do it differently. We started off with the numbers and then got rid of the letters, so we'll do it the other way around. So if you think about 6x plus 4, look at what side's got the most letters. Okay, so it's 6x, that's bigger than 4x, so try and get rid of these. So we'll take 4x from here, have to do 4x from here as well. So that is 2x plus 4 equals minus 4x minus 4 is nothing, so that equals 8. Okay, we then have to think, well, we just want the letters on one side, so look at the side it's got the fewest numbers, sorry. Right, so we'll get rid of the 4 here, so just to leave it 2x, so we have to get rid of the 4 there. So that's 2x equals, yes, that's 4. And 2 times what equals 4, so x equals 2. Right, so you can do it either way. Ultimately, you end up wanting a letter in one side and a number on the other side. So you want to get all the letters on one side, all the numbers. So just look at this, look at the formulas, and you'll see that one side's got more numbers or letters on the other side. So you look to see the side with the fewer letters and numbers to try and get rid of them. Okay, but that's essentially the first type of question you'll get asked. Next one is essentially you want to calculate the speed of a car, so you're given it or the distance all the time. So remember this wee formula. So that just basically means distance equals speed times time. Speed is distance over time, and time is distance over speed. Okay, so that's why it's drawn this way, and they're just basically saying what. So calculate the speed, right? So they give you everything, so they always give you 2 values. So what we do here is we've got speed equals distance over time. Distance is 100 kilometers, and the time is 2.5. Now don't just write 2.3. So it's 2 hours 30 minutes. Now we want to write the 30 in a decimal, okay, so don't write 2.3, right? So you put 30 in a decimal, so that's, you go 30, and the total number of minutes in an hour is 60, and if you put that in a calculator you just work out that's 0.5, okay? So in decimal, 2 hours 30 minutes is actually 2.5 hours. So that's what you just put in there, 2.5. And then put it in the calculator. 100 divided by 2.5, that's 40. Okay, so that is 40, and it's kilometres per hour. Just say that, per hour. Or write the wee shortcut. Okay, so that's essentially how you do that one. So the tricky bit, and the bit you want to look out for, is if they give you minutes, convert that into a decimal point or decimal, and just take the minutes and divide it by 60. That'll give you the fraction, or sorry, the decimal that I end up adding on after the decimal point here. Okay, so we'll apply the same method to the next one. So I'll let you see that. Get another bit of paper. Calculate total speeds given if it's 220 miles and it's 3 hours 45. So remember your time, speed and distance. So calculate the speed. So speeds equals, and you've got 220 miles divide by, now it's 3 hours 45. Okay, so 3 hours 45 minutes. So that's not 3.45, so we have to work out what this bit is. So all we do here is what's 45 over 60 equals, just rattle in the calculator just to make sure, 0.75. You can see that. So 0.75. So we amend that onto there, so that's 3.75. So you just fire that up into there. So the speed is 220 divided by 3.75, and that equals 220 divided by 3.75. Just say 58.7, right? So you just go 58.7 kilometers per hour, right? I have to say per hour. Right, so I know I'm going through it quite quickly, right? So that's how you work it. So it's really this bit, converting the minutes into decimal, dividing it by 60. Okay. Right, next one. Right, this one's easier than that actually looks. Right, so what we've got is we want to calculate the surface area of this. So remember we cut it out and then we made the wee pyramid. Right, so essentially you want to calculate the surface area of that, and then calculate the surface area of the, so that's a square, that's a triangle, and obviously we've got 4 of these triangles. Right, so I'll just sketch out here. Right, so I'll do that, might be so. Right, so if we say area of square, we can just say that's base times height. Right, so it's 10. Labelling wise, this is not the best in terms of that's 10 as well. Right, so that equals 10 times 10, which equals 100 centimetre squared. Right, so that's that one. Right, so times it together. We then work out area of triangle, and that's, remember these will be given to you, so that's half base times height. So what we do, again it's maybe a wee bit easier there. Right, so this bit's 10 as well, so that's a base. So half base times height is half 10 times 6. Put all the work in you can, so don't just come up with it in your head and then write down an answer. So half times 10 times 6, that equals 30 centimetres squared. Now remember there's 4 of them, okay, which is 120 centimetres squared, just to take into account 4 of these, and then we just add that together. Right, so I'll just put that down there, and all I'll be saying there is total area equals, and we'll just say 100 plus 120 equals 220 centimetres squared. Right, getting a wee bit messy now. Right, but so you just calculate the area of this, calculate the area of that, times it by 4, and then that's you. We'll do it again, I'll get another bit of paper. Right, we'll do it again for this one. So we'll just say, again, we'll just say square. That's 20 times 20 equals, I should be able to be seeing area of square, right? 20 times 20, just double check. If you're, obviously you'll be at a stage, you'll be able to do this in your head anyway. Right, so you then got your triangle, right, so the area of triangle, that is half base times height, so you'll have the formula in for this one as well. That's half base is 20 times height is 18, so that's equal. Twenty times 18, 5 by 2, that's 180. Obviously there's 4 times 180 equals, so this is for the walls of it all, 180 times 4, 720. Right, so you just want to add up that together, right? So that is total area equals 720 plus 400, okay, plus 400, and hopefully you get this answer there. Right, 1120 centimetres squared. Again, the pressure of a wee test, double checking the calculator because it's easy to make a wee mistake if you're stressed. Right, so that's us done. 3 questions. Right, we'll just keep on going, get another bit of paper. Right, so it's calculate the length of PQ of each one. So PQ is this one. Right, and that's that one. Now they give you the length of everything else. So you're going to hopefully suss out, well, they give you the length of these, but this, calculate this side, well, we could maybe turn this into a nice wee triangle, make it a nice wee right angled triangle, and lo and behold, you've got enough information to get you, that's 11, so up until there's 11, but the whole thing's 17. So hopefully you'll be thinking, that'll be 6 metres then. And that's your parallel, that's 8. So now we've got a nice wee simple triangle, right? In which I shall just draw that bit. So you go again, label your diagrams, right? And that's it. And that's PQ, right? So you can just say, you could even do this, PQ squared equals 8 squared plus 6 squared. So what I'm doing there is just using the formula C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So I'm just saying that's C, right? Doesn't matter what's A and what's B. So what we've got is PQ squared or C squared equals 64 plus 36, that equals 100. Okay, so that's PQ squared. So to find out what PQ is that's the square root of 100, and PQ equals 10. Right, so that side's 10 centimetres. Sensible answer considering it's bigger, it's a longer side than these two. Right, so that's 8 and that's 6. Right, so if you get a number that's less than these, that's hypotenuse, it's opposite the right angle. Right, so that has to be bigger than these ones. And again, you've got 2 of each really, just to make sure you sussed out how it works. So here's another one, and this one, again, they fool you into thinking it's different because it's laid out different. That's your wee triangle in there. Right, so it takes you 16 centimetres to get to there. The whole thing's 20, so that's 4, and that's 9. So again, you just label it out. That's 4, that's 9, that's P, that's Q, and remember if you want, you can just say, well, that's C, you call that's A and B. So I'll just say, I've got C squared equals, that's 4 squared plus 9 squared, okay, again, that's 16 plus 81, let's double check, right, so 4 squared plus 9 squared, okay, square root, so C squared is that, so just C equals the square root of 97, or you might be going down the root of PQ, and the square root of 97. 9 I'll just say 85. And mind the units. So 9.9, so I just rounded it. Right, so 9.85. Well, that's essentially, so just use your, this is going to sweep a bit, just use your Pythagoras with that, okay? So hopefully, again, 2 of each, right, so hopefully you're fine with that. Right, you then go into the world of SOH CAH TOA. Now remember, this is given to you in the front sheet, right, but just write it anyway. So what we've got here is, that's the angle it's given. Now remember, I'll label the actual sheet. That's opposite. That's hypotenuse is the longest, opposite the actual right angle. And the next one is adjacent. So you just look in here and you say, right, we want to work out what the opposite, so that formula's got it in that one. SOH CAH TOA. And you've got the hypotenuse. So you've got these 2 values, so we'll use this one. So what you end up be saying is sine 27 degrees equals opposite over adjacent, or hypotenuse, sorry, and that equals h over 27. Oops, sorry, h over 16. So all we do there is h equal, just go 16 times sine 27 degrees. So you just see sine 27, press equal, and then just times that by 16, and that's 7.63. Okay, 7.63. So height equals 7.63 centimetres. Right, that's how you do that one. I'll change the paper because the other side's showing through. Right. So we'll just do the same for this one. So this one, again, I'll just write that. Practice makes perfect. SOH CAH TOA. What we've got here is we'll say, right, that's opposite, that's hypotenuse, the other one's adjacent. So just double check, we have the adjacent there. Don't care about this hypotenuse, and we've got the opposite, which got the opposite there. So it's, you go with the function that's got both sides mentioned in it. So all we do there is we say, so it's going to be tan, so you go tan 30 degrees equals opposite over adjacent, sorry, that's right, equals h over 9. So you just say h equal 9 times tan 30. So really the hint is, once you find out the actual function you're using, you just choose a function, type in the angle you've got, and just press equal, and then just times it by the length they give you, times by 9, that's 5.19, I'll just write, okay, so that equals 5.19 centimetres, and hopefully you'll suss out, I mean it's not to scale this, right? So you don't just measure it and say that's what it is, but it is smaller than 9, it will be in proportion, hopefully. Right, and they'll tell you if it's not. Right, so that's that one there. Right, now Gavin's got 520 quid in the savings, and how much driving lessons can you buy with this? Right, so these ones are pretty easy. So all you're saying there as well, you're just basically saying, but put in all the work in, right? So you're just really saying, you go 27.50, divide that into 520. Right, just use your calculator, right, so you've 520 divided by 27.5, then you get a number with decimal point, but remember you don't get a 0.9 of a lesson, right, so you just round, you just say, take the whole number, okay, to the left of the decimal, so you say, so that equals 18 lessons. You can just say can be can be bought if you want. Or say Gavin can afford 18 lessons. Right, and that's it. So as long as you could even write it like that, and then we'll divide that by, as long as you're showing us, what did you do to work at this, right? Now, this one can be one of the trickier ones. I'll probably write in the sheet. Right, so what we've got here is we've got tables, and that represents a table, these dots represent chairs. And they're just putting them together and working out how many chairs you can get and how many tables give how many chairs. So they're saying one table gives 3 chairs, 2 tables gives 4 chairs. So you're hopefully kind of sussing out that's going up by 1. So 4 tables, 6 chairs. Right, so you're just note how much it's going up by. And this will help you write the formula, because what you do, they'll give you the letters that represent something like tables and chairs. Write down the formula, right, so you go, well, C equals. And you just write down what it's going up by. This one's going up by 1, but quite often it'll be going up by 2 or 3, right? But I'm just going to write 1 there. And then you just straight away times it by the other letter as itself, so 1t. Now, we look to see if this formula's fine. So C equals to whatever t is times 1. So if you look at t is 1, so 1 times 1 is just 1. So that's not equal to 3. Imagine it was 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Well, that's not equal to 4. So you add or subtract a number that will bring it up to what it should be. So that's essentially t plus 2. So again, imagine t is 3, right? So how many chairs if t is 3? Well, 3 plus 2, and it gives you 15. So if it was 11, well, 11 plus 2, that'll give you 13, right? So it saves you having to extend that table. What they're then saying is, well, there's 39 chairs, so how many tables? So using this, you just say number of chairs, so C equals that plus that. So what we say is, it's 39 equals T plus 2. So T, some value plus 2 is equal to 39, so you try and suss that out, and it takes you back to the first question. I'll take 2 from that side, take 2 from that side, and t equals 37. So you need 37 tables to get, so for 37 tables you get 29 folks sitting about it, or 39, hardly seems worthwhile, right? But that's essentially how you do that, so t equals 37. So it's actually not bad. The key is actually obviously the formula. Without that you're knackered with everything else. But you complete the table, you get a couple of marks. You then think about, what's it going up by? You then think about, well, the word letter is equal to the top letter plus what times what it's going up by, and then you have to make up the difference by adding or subtracting a number to get the formula working. So you're doing a wee tweaking it. But that's essentially these questions there. Another thing I was just going to quickly look at. See where you're, remember doing this, you get given a set of data and then you're just essentially looking to see, you've got ranges of data and you just a tally mark every time a number comes within a range. So what we've got here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's actually 24 different sets of data. And what they're asking is they're basically saying, well, 0 to 10, was it, it'll be 11 to 20, it'll be like 21 up to 30, hopefully this works, 31 up to 40, and 41. So you get marks for actually getting the rest of the ranges correctly. And you just go through, and every time you see one within a range, you do the tally. So you just go through there, well, 1, I'll just score it off, 2, and that's it. You then go through for between 11 and 20, so that one's fine, that was fine, 20 bang on, 11 bang on, and that's it. Between 21, not the most exciting thing to watch, between 21 and 30, between 31 and 40. Missed it at 23. Right, so 32. Yep. That one there, that one there. See, it's easy to lose count, and I've probably made a mistake. Let's go it through. That one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the last one, 43. The next bit coming up's important as well, the whole thing's important. And then there, and then 1, 2, 3. Then you just add up, so that's 2, that's 4, that's 4, that's 5, that's 8. Now, if I add up all these numbers, that should add up to 24, right? I'll just put it in the calculator. 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 8, 23, right? So I've made a mistake, so you then would have to go all the way through. There it is, right? So that'll be a 9. So just double check, right? Because even then, I should really just go through them all just to make sure. So that would equal 24, right? And that's every one of these is accounted for. But I'll double check. I would say that was an intentional error. Well, it wasn't, right? It's just me trying to do it too quickly. Right, so that's essentially all you're needing. Okay, so hopefully that's helped.